Good morning. My name is Beth Hong, and today we will be studying about resolving conflicts in chapter 6a. As you know, the background of the story goes like this. Nelson Albertson of W Company and Chan Jung of Dsme are in a meeting to discuss about the delays of production with regards to Hull 799, a Ro-Ro car carrier ship. They have worked together before. Now, today's activity. Imagine that you are in a situation similar to Nelson and Chanjung of DSME. What would you do? How would you react? One of you will be the employee of DSME and the other person will be the contractor. The DSME employee must inform the contractor about the delay. And then the contractor will in turn threaten to file a complaint. The DSME employee must reassure the contractor. Remember to be polite and professional. Okay, so what we will do too is we will make a group of two up here and then create new sentences using the expressions we will be going over in today's lesson. And we will be practicing the three parts of the agenda. First, DSME employee must inform the bad news. Second, DSME employee must react to the contractor. Third, DSME employer must reassure the contractor. Now, let's start off. Okay. There will be some key expression explanation first. I will give you the examples using these key expressions. And then we will read into the dialogue. Okay? And then I will give chance for you to make a sentence with the key expressions we have used in today's lesson. Understood? All right? I think that will not be too difficult. So let's move on to our key expressions. First, due to. Due to means because of, owing to. For example, due to the heavy rain last night, we could not go on our summer vacation. Next expression, on schedule. On schedule means on time. The bus arrived at the school gate on schedule as usual. Cool. Now, the third expression is also about time. At least, blah, blah, some time. For example, I had to wait for the doctor at least 20 minutes in the office. Cool. Now the last expression, possibly longer, which means it could take longer than expected. For example, the operation can take 2 hours, possibly longer. All right. Okay. Now I have explained to you the key expressions, so let's look at how these expressions are used between the dialogue in our textbook. Well, due to unforeseen problems in supply and procurement, We predict that we will not be able to deliver the products on schedule. Our team tells me that the project will be at least 3 months delayed, possibly longer. So now it's your turn to practice these expressions with your partners. Now, in a group, in a pair, take turns using these expressions and make new sentences so you could get comfortable with using the sentences. Now let's move on to part 2, reacting to the contractor. Now here, Nelson has heard the bad news from Cheng-jung and shows surprise that he's also very shocked to find out the delay, which was unexpected. So part 2, reacting to the contractor, we will be going through 4 expressions as well. First, search for avenues means search for ways, search for solutions. For example, the TFT team will search for other avenues to fix the machine. Next expression, work around the clock. Work around the clock means continuously work. The police worked around the clock to catch the thief. Okay? Now next expression, speed up the process. Means make things go faster, make things come to a result. In order to speed up the process of cooking, we use the microwave oven instead of the oven. Last expression, assure you means I can promise you. For example, I can assure you that everything will go all right. Cool. Now, since we finished looking into practicing all the key expressions, now we will go into the dialogue once again. Looks like the light in this room is a little bit darker, but anyway, we'll continue and finish up the entire lesson. So, here's the dialogue. I sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. We have already begun searching for other avenues in terms of study, supply. Also, our procurement teams are working around the clock to find ways to speed up the process. Let me assure you that we are doing everything in our power to solve this problem. Great. Now, that's how each team should react to such an unexpected problems on the site. So, are we ready to practice these expressions with your partner? Okay, here we go. Now, make sure your partner uses the entire phrase. Like for example, make sure he or she does not lose the in or at expressions as well. Okay? And you can also make sure that your partner does his or her best to deliver the conversation, the voice, the intonation, the accent as well. Okay, cool, great. Everyone's doing so perfect today. Wow. All right. Now we come to the last part of today's lesson, part 3. Reassuring your contractor. This is the most important part of today's lesson. Now, first expression we will be studying is I would like to, means I want to. It's a very formal expression of saying I want to. I would like to. Okay? For example, I would like to order spaghetti, please. Okay? Or you can say I would like to change my order if that's possible. Remember, this is a very formal way of approaching to the other person and making suggestions at the same time. Now, next expression is give someone a chance. Give someone a chance means reconsider or give her or him another opportunity. All right. For example, could you just give me a chance, another chance, so I can fix this problem and put everything back to normal? Okay. Now, another expression that we will go through in our today's lesson is demonstrate one's commitment. Means show loyalty. For example, he demonstrated his commitment to his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Now, the conversation goes like this. That is your choice, of course, and I might feel the same if I were in your position. I would ask you to reconsider. In order to maintain a strong partnership, we must trust each other. Please give us a chance to handle this problem and demonstrate our commitment to you. Okay, everyone. Looks like we've covered the key expressions and phrases for today's lesson in Chapter 6a with regards to resolving conflicts. That's all for today's lesson. Are there any questions before we finish? I hope you can practice using these expressions in your daily conversation at your work site. See you next time.